just in case this when it starts to happen, we do a rebuild solution, and we see if it improves or not. It's too early in the game to start having all this crap. At least I don't think it's something I have coded here, because everything else is very straightforward. Using very basic stuff. I don't know. Let's try again. Oh, not in the lab. Whoa, that was quick. See here, it's also complaining. That's interesting. Oh. VST3 is complaining. Not the VST. Yeah, here is working. Let me close it, and I'm going to reload again and see what happens. That's weird. Ah, crap. Let me remove these just in case. How do you know? Maybe that's the problem. Yes, please. Oh, that's not a problem. Well, there's something sketchy going on here. Problem 0. Just in case, I'm going to remove all the calls to this previous list. Oops. Just in case. Another thing that could be happening is the set programs, because, well, I'm pretty sure that maybe it's happening in the get state information or the set state information. I have done something wrong, I'm pretty sure. XPXV, let's take a look. Doesn't seem to be anything wrong in there, but it's just one of those things. Yeah. Interesting. So I'm going to do this. I'm totally going to bypass those two codes just in case I did something wrong there. Who knows? That's not good. That's really not good. Well, something's wrong somewhere. Let me think. I think I'm doing wrong in there. Let me create another. Just in case. I could debug, but it's just easy to do like this. At least I like to do like this. it should be 3. Whoa! What's going on? 3, okay. But what's this crazy number? What? What did I do? Oh, I'm not starting the value. Oh, really? Why you do this to you? Really? You see, one small thing, but it's not so small. It's very serious, actually. Can really ruin your whole day. There you are. Forgot to initialize the max parameters variable. Oh, brother. I'm sorry for that. Please apologize my mistake. But let's see if it behaves now. Maybe there's something else going on. Nah, it behave. It's a nice guy. Of course it was not going to work. Yes, that's good. Everything's starting to make sense. And I have learned some new things. I have learned a lot, actually. And I'm happy for that. Learning is good. And a few things I learned in here, I can apply to my other products, so soon I can improve those out with a few things I have learned in here. So it's always a pleasure to work with juice. Sometimes I almost go crazy and I complain and I bitch about and I apologize. Just how the way I think. Anyway, we have done the parameters. I have fixed the input and output of the parameters. I added a few things that could be a bit problematic. Fixed some other things in here. The code is very good now, so I can move to the other aspects. But before I continue, there's always one thing that you always must do, is backup. And I was already forgetting that. So let me go to my Wusik ZR folder here, and I'm going to add my source folders here to my backups list. And we should always do that. I usually do backups multiple times a day, so it's a bit of OCD from my part, but it is important. So in case of juice, you want to back up the source folders, the juicer file, and inside the juice library code, there's a file called appconfig that you also should back up this file. So those are the 3 files that you need to back up. And now I have to create the backup file here. So backups, my folder where I do the backups. So Wusik ZR backup. This is just a handy little file that I created. If you want a copy of this, I can just post on the chat. And it's really handy because it backups all the files. Just remember to close everything up. Is this description that I could backup as it's going to go to YouTube soon. So let me check my backup files here. Wusik ZR, the date and the time of the backup, just library code, and the source files. There you go. And now I'm going to push this to my server. I have 2 places that I back up files to. I'm not going to show, of course. but this is important, so if my computer burns, I don't lose everything. Okay, that's one place, and I have another place. And I also have an external hard drive that I back up to. And please, I'm about to close this. I will close in 5 minutes, so if you have any questions for today, tomorrow I'm going to be back. Maybe with not so much energy as today, but maybe not complaining so much. I will try to organize a few things to show to you guys before anything else. It's not working here. Come on, what's the problem? I'm trying to log into my backup location, and it's not working for some reason. But I'm really impressed with my internet. 0 dropped frames in 5 hours of streaming. That's good. That's very good. I'm using fiber internet, fiber optics internet, and 30 megabytes internet. It's not the fastest, but for my country, that's really good. So I cannot seem to be able to upload a file. That's weird. Yeah, I'm going to try later. Maybe I'm just going to email me the file just so I have a copy. I hate doing that, but at least it's a secondary copy somewhere else. Juice. Well, I have a love and hate relationship with Juice, but that's because I'm an old school programmer, and there are some new things in Juice that they have added lately that I don't understand because it's new, and they have organized a few things better, and I don't like changes, so that's why I bitch about. But it's really good, really. It's really good because it does a lot of things, and does very well actually. Just let me send the file here quickly. Browse this computer. Word, backups, Wusik ZR, send. 9 kilobytes. That's small. And especially with the producer, because I'm one of those programmers that doesn't have a degree, so I don't know everything about coding. I only know what I need to use, and I'm self-learning, so I'm always learning on my own. So there are a few things that I don't know how to do, and Juice helps me out a lot on this on that aspect. Especially when building the project files, which can be really painful, especially if you're really starting now. So Producer, the one that I started the video today, has a lot of things that I haven't covered today because there is no need today, but on the other video I'm going to cover. But let me show you a Wusik X42 for as an instance. I have this main program here, and all the interfaces in here. So if you go to File Explorer, let's see, new component, I think that's the one, let me see. This is the main interface. So I can do everything in here, and it's going to look exactly like this in all platforms. And it's really easy to do. So I like this on the Producer. I know other like Microsoft Visual C, it has this too, but in this case on Producer, everything is set with the Juice platform in mind. So my logo here is already converted to a binary file that's inserted into the code. So if I look here, let me open the file here. Wusik X42 main. And if I go here on the file, let's see the new component. Everything here was created by the producer, and I can add stuff in the areas that say you can add your own custom stuff here. So producer is not going to mess up with the code there. And if you look down, there is the binary data for my logo. You can see here the logo 100 by 100. There's another binary data here. Let me check. Another Wusik logo, which is a larger one. So everything is in here. I don't have to worry about. And the producer created a lot of these classes, a lot of the functions show. So it's really, really good. So I can go in here, let's say this is a button. So I have my text here, and I can set a callback, generate button listener. So if I go there and I look for button update, let me do a quick search here. So this is the constructor which the producer created. This I don't mess around, because if I mess here and resave the producer file, it's going to overwrite this. But here I can put stuff that producer is not going to override. So I just set the location according with the Windows or OS X version, and the callback. Let me see here. If the button clicked class, the function, the callback, whatever you call, you can see here. If the button clicking was the button update, I can add my own code here, which is going to open the target paths and other things, or it's going to start processing whatever the Wusik X42 process. So Juice is very good for that. Can also change the classes here, add several things, and it's really, really handy. So if I open this producer file on OS X, everything is set there, and I click here on the open on IDE, is going to open with Xcode, and everything set. Mostly is going to compile without problems. It's only going to complain if I have created something on my own that was not really cross-platform and stuff like that. So it really works very well, cross-platform in mind, and it also does a lot of things to help. So, okay, I'm closing this now. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and check me on YouTube. And you can check on my Twitch page. There's the links for YouTube and other things there, or just go to wusik.com. And well, I think that's it, guys. Thanks again for watching. And I hope you have enjoyed me bitching and moaning about my new stuff on Juice. But I promise the next videos are going to be more fun. I'm going to be really starting to code stuff in a crazy way using SSE and AVX. And you'll see what I'm talking about. It is really going to be a challenge for me. I have done this before 10 years ago, the way I want to do now, and it's a challenge, but it's fun. You will see. I promise you, it's going to be fun. So have a nice day, and tomorrow we're going to meet again. Thanks a lot.